In the quiet village of Asuro, nestled at the foot of Mount Ora, a mysterious sickness swept through the people like a shadow. The elders grew weak first, then the children. Their laughter faded into silence, replaced by the sound of coughing and whispered prayers. No one knew the cause, and nothing seemed to work. Not Baba Okan's herbs, not the chants of the village priest, not even the endless tears of worried families. Amma, a 12-year-old girl with curious eyes and a brave heart, watched her grandmother, Nana Adwoa, grow weaker by the day. Nana Adwoa was the light of Amma's life, her anchor in a world full of questions. But now, her grandmother lay in bed, frail and unable to speak more than a few words. One night, Amma sat by her grandmother's side, gripping her hand. "What can I do, Nana? How can I help?" Her grandmother's lips moved weakly. "The forest. Listen. They will guide you." Amma blinked, unsure if she had heard correctly. "The forest," she repeated, but her grandmother's eyes had closed again. That night, Amma had a strange dream. She stood at the edge of the whispering forest, where the villagers believed their ancestors lived. The trees seemed to hum with life, their branches swaying though there was no wind. Then came a voice, soft yet commanding, calling her name. "Amma, the cure lies in the sacred spring, but the path is dangerous. Trust in yourself, and in us." When Amma awoke, her heart was racing. She knew what she had to do. At dawn, Amma packed a small bag with water, bread, and a scarf her grandmother had given her. She told her mother about the dream. Her mother hesitated but eventually nodded. "If the ancestors have chosen you, you must go. But be careful, Amma. The forest is not kind to everyone." The village watched as Amma stepped into the dense forest. The air felt different here, heavier, almost alive. The trees whispered, their voices too faint to understand. Amma felt a chill run down her spine as she walked deeper. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig made her jump. Was she being watched? She couldn't shake the feeling that she wasn't alone. After hours of walking, Amma reached a wide river. The water was dark and rushed with a force that seemed unnatural. A narrow bridge of vines stretched across it, swaying dangerously. As Amma hesitated, she saw something move in the water. Dark shapes, twisting and writhing just beneath the surface. Were they fish? Or something else? A voice broke through her fear. "Amma." She turned to see a misty figure of her great-grandmother, Nana Efua, standing on the other side of the river. "Patience, my child," Nana Efua said. "The river is not as it seems. Watch it closely. Listen to its rhythm." Amma focused on the water, watching how the current ebbed and flowed. Timing her steps, she moved cautiously across the bridge. Halfway through, a shadow leapt from the water, brushing her leg. She nearly screamed, but held her ground. When she reached the other side, Nana Efua smiled and faded away. Amma collapsed to her knees, her heart pounding. What were those things in the water? The path led Amma into a dark grove where the trees seemed to close in around her. The air grew colder, and the whispers grew louder. Suddenly, she heard a low growl. From the shadows stepped a lioness, her golden eyes glowing like fire. Amma froze, her breath caught in her throat. Before she could run, another figure appeared, her grandfather Kofi, who had been a fearless warrior. "Do not run, Amma," he said, his voice firm. "The lioness is not here to harm you unless you show fear. Courage is your shield." The lioness took a step closer, her muscles tense. Amma's legs felt like jelly, but she clenched her fists and looked the lioness in the eye. "I am not here to harm you," Amma said, her voice trembling but steady. "I only want to save my people." The lioness sniffed the air, then stepped aside, disappearing into the shadows. Kofi smiled proudly before fading away like smoke. Amma let out a shaky breath, Her courage had been tested, but she couldn't shake the feeling that something darker still lay ahead. The glowing path led Amma to a circle of tall, ancient stones. In the center was a bubbling spring, its water shimmering like liquid silver. But as she stepped closer, the ground trembled, and the air grew icy. 3 wolves emerged from the shadows, their fur dark as midnight and their eyes glowing red. They circled her, growling low and deep. Amma froze. She had no weapons, no way to defend herself. Then the whispers grew louder, surrounding her. Unity, Amma. The lesson of unity. Amma remembered the words of the ancestors. Slowly, she knelt and spoke softly. I do not come to fight. I need your help. Please, let me save my people. The wolves stopped circling. One stepped forward and sniffed her hand. Then, as if satisfied, they all lay down, their eyes calm. The way to the spring was clear. Amma filled her gourd with the sacred water, but as she turned to leave, she felt a sharp chill. The whispers were louder now, almost deafening. You must leave. Quickly. It is coming. What's coming? Amma whispered, her voice trembling. The ground shook violently, and a low growl echoed through the forest. The wolves stood and growled in unison, their eyes fixed on the darkness. Amma clutched the gourd and ran, the forest seeming to close in around her. The whispers turned to shouts, warning her to hurry. Something was chasing her, though she didn't dare look back. Amma burst out of the forest, her heart racing. The villagers surrounded her, their eyes wide with hope. Baba Okan quickly took the water and mixed it with herbs. By morning, the sick began to recover, and Amma's grandmother opened her eyes, smiling weakly at her. You did well, Amma, Nana Adwoa said, her voice stronger than before. But Amma's relief was short-lived. That night, as she tried to sleep, she heard the whispers again, louder this time. And then, a voice, deep, guttural, and nothing like the others, spoke. You have taken what was mine, Amma. I will come for you. Amma's eyes snapped open, her heart pounding. She knew the forest wasn't done with her yet. To be continued.